In this video, we're going to check out Google's Firebase Studio, which is still in preview. What I like about the Firebase Studio is that it lets you build a web application by providing the AI a prompt. For example, build an app that lets me fill in the blank, etc. And once you get that app built to your liking, you can also publish it and host it on Firebase or Google Cloud Run. Then the other couple of things I want to point out about Firebase Studio is that I can code my own app with any number of languages here, with Python and Flask, or with Go, Java, etc. And finally, I can import an existing Git repo or upload an existing project that I have. All right, so before I get going, if you find this video interesting and or helpful or useful, please do consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video. Thank you. So I have something in mind here. Let's just build an app that lets the user play tic-tac-toe against AI. Make the user interface modern. Use contrasting colors. Okay, the whole idea is that you provide a prompt and you can get going. So we're just going to prototype with those couple of sentences. It's going to come up with the first prototype just based on those couple of sentences, and we'll have a chance to continue to revise it. And it says Tic-Tac AI. All right, so we'll just say prototype this app. And then we'll see what it looks like and provide some additional prompts to get it to what I want it to do or look like, etc. And since this is AI driven, we're going to have to provide our Google API key, Google Gemini API key. This when I talk about AI here, the AI is really Gemini 2.0 Flash. It's using 2.0 Flash to generate the code with TypeScript to build the game, build the app. So we will provide the API key shortly, and for now it's just putting together an app for us based on those two sentences. So, all right. So let me first provide the API key here. And now that I've provided the API key, first thing I'm going to do is say, let the user select whether he wants to go first or second, and make the boxes light blue and O's and X black. Make the background color something but white, something like that. Now, you could change the title instead of Tic-Tac AI, make it say whatever you want it to be, and probably do all kind of stuff. But you got to provide that instruction. And I'm not being as precise as I should be with my prompts. It should be a whole lot more things I should be providing it to be closer to what I want it to be. But that's not the idea here. I'm trying to show you what Google's Firebase Studio can let one do anymore. It's just build a web application using natural language prompts and publish that app. So I'll show you a bunch of the stuff. Okay, so I'll say, AI goes first. Okay. Hey, I win. All right, so you get the idea. Again, I said anything but white, and it didn't do that. I'm not here. I'm not going to nitpick that. It's the fact that you can build an app with prompting, and I was not as precise in my prompting, which you would need to be in order to get this to do what you want it to do. Here's, by clicking that, you can check out the code, and it looks just like Visual Studio. And let's say if I wanted to publish this, I would just hit publish, but it defaults to publishing on Firebase and or host it on Firebase. I don't want to host on Firebase. I would not want to do that. But you can also click this here, Firebase Studio, and if I'm not going to publish it, but if I were to, I'd deploy it to Cloud Run. But anyway, by clicking this, you can see you can click this to host this app, web app with Firebase, or you can deploy it to Cloud Run and host it on Cloud Run, etc. Okay. So that's all it takes. Again, I just want to show you how easy it is to do this. Let me go back to Firebase Studio, and we can create a new workspace. Let's just do this with, let's say we want to create a Python Flask workspace. I'm going to say first app. While it's doing that, all right, you can just go, if you want to check out Firebase Studio for yourself, just go Google Firebase Studio. You'll definitely see this come up on the top, and you can just hit get started. Try, hit this, click this button here. It's going to require that you have a Google Cloud account to get going, and have a project already set up, which is enabled for billing, and the fact that you have a Google Gemini API key. So those are things that are going to be required. All right, so there you go. My first app, it by default creates a README Markdown file, requirements.txt, my main.python code, etc. Yeah, we're not going to actually do anything here, but I just want to show you how pretty straightforward it is. And here's my Tic-Tac-Toe game that we started to develop. But wanted to take the opportunity to create this video to showcase Google's Firebase Studio. I feel like this is just progressing to the point where just about anything is going to be possible at some point in time to do with generative AI. In this case, building a web application by just providing in natural language prompts and directions. Say I want to build an app that does fill in the blank, and prototype it and keep revising it through natural language and get it to a point where you like it, and you can publish that. Fairly straightforward. I thought it was pretty cool. So hope you liked the video or found it interesting and or helpful. And if so, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Until next time.